What's up, guys? It's Keefe. In today's video, we are going over 9 hacks for men to level up in life. Now, before we get into that, I made this channel to build better men. So if you're a guy who's out there who's looking to level up, become a high-value man, hit the subscribe button and bell icon. I put out new videos every single day to help you do exactly that. So let's get into the video. All right, the first one on here is setting an alarm. This just sets the right tone for your day. Honestly, do you think that Fortune 500 CEOs and professional athletes are just waking up whenever they feel like waking up, or do you think they have an alarm and when the alarm goes off, they have a plan for their day? It just sets the right tone for your day if you have an alarm that wakes you up, because it makes you think, I have things to do today. Whereas if you wake up whenever you wake up, you're much more likely to waste a lot of time. And when you do wake up, you're much more likely to lay around in bed. It's important to set that alarm and set the tone that you're in control of the day and you're going to get things done with it. The second hack is scheduling your days the night before. This goes right along with that alarm factor because it sets a tone, right? It's really easy to think that you don't have much to do with your day if you haven't actually thought about it. But if the night before you actually sit down and think about what all do I need to get done tomorrow, you'll find that you have things you need to get done that can move you ahead. Also, the other part of this is it's going to start to create the question in your mind of what productive things could I do with my day? Whereas if you just wake up and you don't have a plan, you don't know what you're doing with your day, you're more likely to do things that aren't going to help you move in the right direction. So having that schedule, knowing what you want to get done with the day from the night before, so it's just in your mind, and then you set that alarm so the tone has been set and you get right after it, is a guarantee to make sure that your days are going to be a lot more productive. The third hack is to track your calories. I get a lot of messages on Instagram from guys who are working out really hard and they're not seeing a ton of results, and I'll follow back up with them and ask them what their nutrition's like. I'll ask them if they're tracking their calories, and they're just not that clear on this. And guys, this is so important. You have to understand, if you could see the back end of YouTube where I create the videos and upload them, you would see that YouTube gives me tons and tons of data on different things because they understand that creators need to know the information. They need to know the data so that they can make videos that their audience wants to see. It's the same with every other business. It's the same with other athletes. Athletes track everything about their things, about their performance, about their bodies. You see this in analytics in sports, right? They track every little metric because they're looking for an advantage. You need to look at your body the same way. By tracking your calories, you can get a clear idea of what you're eating and what's in what you're eating, as in proteins, fats, and carbs. And so you can start to hone in on what works best for you so you can get consistent results. This is the best way to make sure that you can build muscle faster or burn fat faster. The fourth hack is making a list of comfort zone breaking activities and then start knocking them off. Whether it's skydiving, public speaking, trying a new hobby that makes you uncomfortable, or even things like approaching girls. If you just have a list of things that will make you uncomfortable to do them, and then you go out and do them and prove that you're capable of it, this is going to massively expand your comfort zone, which is going to massively expand your confidence. One of the best things you can do to really get going in the right direction in life is to start doing something that steps you out of that comfort zone and builds that confidence, because suddenly you get this real positive energy out of this, right? It feels so great when you actually step outside your comfort zone and do something. We all have had this experience. And the first thing you want to do after that is you feel great and you're like, I want to do it again. And then you start doing it again and again. You build this habit of breaking out of the comfort zone, expanding who you are, and accomplishing more. The fifth hack is to start using the power of compounding. Did you know that if you doubled a penny every single day for 30 days, you'd have over $5 million? People cannot wrap their heads around how crazy this is, but that's the power of compounding. There's a man named Theodore Johnson who worked for UPS, and while he was there, he never made more than $14,000 a year. But when he died, he had $70 million in the bank. Why? Because he used compound interest to his advantage. Einstein called compound interest the greatest mathematical discovery of all time. So the way you can start taking advantage of this is start investing now, because this thing pays off the quicker you do it. It pays off greater in the long run. So you want to start investing money into either stocks, index funds, whatever it is, something that preferably will pay you a dividend so you can keep reinvesting and building on this. But essentially what you want to do is just keep adding money to this account, keep building up this account. And if you're sitting here telling me right now, you're like, gee, I really don't have the money to do this. Well, I could ask you, let's say the government rose taxes on you 10%. You might not like it, but you'd still have to pay the 10%. Well, treat it like that. Treat it like you're basically basically paying a tax to your future. And go ahead and put that into the account, because you will thank yourself later when you look back and realize that you had your money working for you, and now you have a stable future and a stable retirement. The sixth hack is to start working on your purpose now. So many people, they have all these excuses for why it's just not the right time. You know, maybe there'll be a better time later. I'll have more money. I'll have more time, whatever it is. They always have this reason. But the thing is, you got to understand that it takes a while to turn your purpose into something great, right? Most people, they want to make a living doing something they love, and that's part of having your purpose and being on it. But you got to understand that these things have to be built up, right? Maybe you don't even know what your purpose is, in which case you need to start with that. But even if you do know what your purpose is, it's not like suddenly you're going to make a ton of money off it. You got to start working on it now, and it will pay dividends in the long run, right? It's kind of like compound interest, right? When I first started making YouTube videos, I wasn't able to be a full-time YouTuber. I didn't have the audience to sell coaching programs that people would pay for. But now I do, but it took months and months of consistent effort. So the best thing you can do if you want to work doing something that you love for the rest of your life is to start now, start figuring it out while you have another plan in place, and then you can transition to that over time, transition to your purpose full-time over time. But you have to start right now in order to do that. The seventh hack is to work on your goals every day. And I don't mean just actions. I mean work on getting clear on the goals, okay? You can think about it like this. Let's say that you're going on a vacation and you know the specific address of the place that you're going, like the hotel you're staying at or the Airbnb, and you type that into Apple Maps, right? You're going to get a specific location that you're going to end up with if you do that. But let's say you don't know the specific address, you just know the town that you're going to. All right, you're not going to get nearly as specific of a location, right? You might show up in the town, but you're nowhere near your hotel or your Airbnb. So this is what it's like with your goals. A lot of people, maybe when they start thinking about their goals, it's great that you have goals, because a lot of people don't. But even from there, they're pretty vague about it, right? So they're kind of like the person who only knows the town that they're having their vacation in, but doesn't know the specific address. You want to know the specific address. So get clear on your goals. Get clear on everything about them, the details. What do you want in your new house? How do you want your day to go? Like, as this business owner that you maybe are trying to become, how does your day run? What time do you wake up? All these things, getting super clear on this so that it just feels natural. It's important that you see it as natural to be this person you're trying to become. And the best way to do that is to get super clear on what that person's life is like. The eighth hack is to start maximizing your time. All right. So many people talk about they don't have time to do things, right? Maybe it's with the purpose. I don't have time to work on my purpose, or I don't have time to go to the gym. But the thing is, most people are wasting time. And I have two principles right here that if you start applying them, suddenly you'll have so much more time in your life to get things done. These two principles are batching and focusing on productivity. So what I mean by batching is, let's say you have a routine task that you have to get done. So what you do is you take that routine task and you do all of it at one time. So an example of this is like, I make a YouTube video every single day. So batching my YouTube videos means I make maybe a week's worth of YouTube videos in one day. So now I've gotten that entire task out of the way at one time. This opens up so much more time for you. Maybe in your case, it's you need to do like housework. You need to maintain your house right now. So what you do is you throw the laundry in the laundry machine, in the washer machine, and while that's running, maybe you go get the dishes done, or you clean your room. You get it all batched up into this one basically little block. And this is how you make more use of your time. Whereas a lot of people, they have these mundane routine tasks that take up like an hour of their day. Whereas if they just got it all done at once in one day, they would have all that time open the rest of the week to focus on other things. So figuring out what kind of things can I do that I can batch so that I can open up more of my time. Now, the second one, focusing on productivity. What I mean by this is a lot of people are kind of mentally lazy when it comes to knowing what will actually get them ahead. And they do a lot of busy work. If you can focus on just asking yourself the question, what will actually get me closer to my goals, and start doing those tasks and cut all the fat off, you'll suddenly find that you have a lot more time and that it's very clear the steps you need to take. And from there, you can start to add on other tasks, right? But so many people get caught up in the busy work, right? They're talking about they don't have time to improve their goals or to improve their money because they're just so busy maintaining, kind of like being on this treadmill, right? They're always going to the grocery store. They always got to clean the house. They always got to do these different maintenance kind of things to upkeep their lifestyle where it's at. But if they could just for a minute focus on, all right, what would actually move me ahead? Start with that and then do the rest of the stuff, the busy work kind of things, the getting the groceries, the keeping the car oil changed, things like that. Start with the things that'll actually move you ahead and then keep up with the maintenance. And the ninth and final hack is investing in yourself, whether it's books, video courses, coaching programs, it doesn't matter. Basically, what you're doing is you're trading your money to save time, right? And this is so key because somebody out there has knowledge they can share with you that will save you tons and tons of time. And ultimately, time is far more valuable than money. A lot of guys don't see it this way. They don't treat their time with the respect it deserves, and they fear losing money. And I understand that. And I'm not saying go blow money on dumb things, but if you see something that you think could actually get you ahead in life, it's totally worth the investment because you might be able to save yourself years of trouble simply by getting someone who can mentor you on a specific subject, or even reading a single book might be able to save you years of trouble. Invest in yourself. Look to get ahead. This is the quickest way to exponentially increase your results, is to use other people's knowledge to your advantage so you don't have to figure everything out for yourself. Guys, thanks for watching. If you got something out of this video, give me a like so I can reach more guys. Hit the bell icon and subscribe button so you don't miss new videos. I'm going to put another video right here that I think you'll like as well. Thanks for watching again. I'll talk to you tomorrow.